Now student, observe the next numerical and the part is question number 4. The question is, measure of some angles in the figure are given. Prove that AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Now we are going to read the same question from diagram point of view. In triangle ABC, some angles are given. Means they have given angle APQ, that is a 60 degree, as well as ABC, that is also 60 degree. Then we have to prove that AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Now how to prove this part? Please try to understand first. If we want to prove that AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC, first understand the structure. Here this triangle is ABC. They have given us a triangle ABC. Next, they have given angle APQ, that is a 60 degree, and ABC as a 60 degree. If you consider that PQ is one line, BC is another line, AB as a transversal, then 60-60 is equal. Naturally, these are corresponding angle. Naturally, these are corresponding angle because they are equal. Naturally, we can say that PQ or line PQ, segment PQ is parallel to BC. Naturally, a line parallel to means this PQ is parallel to one side of a triangle and divide other two sides in two distinct points means P and Q. Naturally, we can say that AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC by basic proportionality theorem. Now, whatever part we have discussed, we are going to write it over here one by one. Student, first of all, draw this rough diagram and then observe all the part, or every time whatever part of a diagram that I am going to explain, first draw it by simple pencil and then observe the writing part. So coming to the part of proof or answer. So here first part, answer. Here they have given some data and we are going to create some structure like number, statement, reason. Please adopt this method every time. So your first part is, as per diagram, they have given angle APQ. Angle APQ is congruent to angle ABC. Reason, each 60 degree. Each 60 degree given. Therefore, we can say that. Therefore, line PQ is parallel to BC. Therefore, segment PQ parallel to side BC. And reason, corresponding angle test. Corresponding angles. Test. Now, as PQ parallel to BC, we can use the basic proportionality theorem over here. So, in second part, in triangle ABC, as PQ parallel to side BC, therefore AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC, and this is nothing but by basic proportionality theorem. And in this way you can complete the numerical. Okay student, now moving to the next question, and that is nothing but question number 5. And the part is, in trapezium ABCD, side AB parallel to side PQ, parallel to side DC. AP equal to 15, PD equal to 12, QC equal to 14, then find PQ. Now we are trying to understand same question from diagram point of view. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel to PQ, parallel to side DC, means it is a numerical of 3 parallel side and definitely 2 transversals. They have given a data also with addition in terms of a length values, that AP equal to 15, A to P, this value is given as a 15, PD as a 12, so P to D is a 12, QC is equal to 14, Q to C is equal to 14. Then find the value of BQ, means we are supposed to find the value of BQ over here. Now definitely it's a numerical related with 3 parallel line and 2 transversal. So solving this numerical over here, and the part is here, respective answer is, therefore by property of three parallel line, we know that AP upon PD is equal to BQ upon QC. Once again student, every time you are supposed to draw the diagram first, and after going to draw a diagram, try to understand the next numerical. You can have a facility to pause the video as per your respective timetable. AP upon PD, as per diagram this value is 15 upon 12 is equal to BQ, that we are supposed to find, upon QC is 14. Now simplification become BQ into 12, so this become BQ into 12 is equal to 15 into 14. Now this calculation we have to take up to simplification. So BQ is equal to 15 into 14 divided by 12. So writing that part over here, and the part is BQ is equal to 15 into 14 divided by, this 12 is multiply over here, goes to that side as a divide by. Now simplification I am going to start over here itself only. 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. Next again 4 and 14. 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14. So this value become 7 into 5 means it become 35 divided by 2, and then become 17.5. So naturally your value of BQ, this become 17.5, and they don't have provided any unit, so I am writing units, and in this way you can make the calculation for this numerical. So student, once again pay attention for every time in a calculation, some steps, maybe numerical is in the form of BPT, maybe the numerical in the form of angle bisector, maybe the angle form of three parallel line. Depending upon condition, we have to solve the numerical. Observe it carefully and try to understand. Now student, moving to the next numerical, that is question number 6, and the part is find QP using the given information. Find QP using the given information in the figure. Let us try to understand the diagram or figure which is given by them. They have given a triangle MNP. In that case, they have given a values, that is MN is 25, NP is 40, MQ is 14, and find QP. That is the part given over here. And they have given a symbol condition, that is nothing but symbolically presentation of angle bisector marking. Means due to NQ, this angle is get bisected, and that is also shown in symbolic form. So starting apart in terms of property of angle bisector. Now what is exactly meant by angle bisector? If NQ is an angle bisector of MNP, then property of by angle property bisector, we can say that MN upon NP is equal to MQ upon QP, and in this way we can solve the unknown value of QP over here. Now taking into the part of writing structure, and the part is in triangle MNP. So first, in triangle MNP, NQ is angle bisector. NQ is angle bisector. They have given it, so I am going to write it as given. Therefore, here by property of angle bisector, by property of angle bisector of triangle, here part is MN upon NP. MN upon NP is equal to MQ upon QP. MQ upon QP. Now here I am going to put the values so that we can come to the part of solution and conclusion. So the part is Mn, as per diagram it's given as a 25 upon Np, that is 40, is equal to MQ, that is 14, upon QP, that we are supposed to find. Now student, from this part we have to understand some calculation and tricks in calculation. Definitely there are two parts, one is a writing skill and second calculation technique, and here we are adopting one by one over here. So the next step is QP into 25, or you can say 25 into QP is equal to 40 into 14. So 40 into 14. Naturally your value of QP, this become 40 into 14. So 40 into 14. This 25 is multiplied over here, come to this side, divided by. Up to this part, this all process is nothing but simplification process over here. Now the next part is of calculation. Now I am writing this step over here just for your understanding, so please pay attention. So QP is equal to 40 into 14 divided by 25. Now step by step I am trying to solve this numerical in calculative part so that we can come to the conclusion. So QP is equal to 40 into 14 divided by 25. So 40 into 14 divided by 25. Now here we are going to start a division. This number is divisible by 5, this number is also divisible by 5. So here part is 80 can be written as 5 into 8 into 14 as usual, divided by 25 can be written as 5 into 5. So first 5 get cancelled with 5. Now here next simplification become 8 into 14 divided by 5. Now here 8 into 14, so 8 into 4, 32, carry 3, 8 ones are 8 plus 3, 11, 112 divided by 5. Now here first step, that 112 divided by 5, you are doing actual division, means 5 2s are 10, carry 1 means 12, 5 2s are 10, again carry 2, and 5 4s are 20. That will be the first part, means dividing by 5 and making a simplification. Else there is another technique that is applicable only when divisible is 5 or divisible by 2. Convert it into 10, means what? Here I am going to show you a trick or technique. 112 divided by 5. Here instead of making a division I am going to multiply numerator by 2, denominator by 2. Why 2? Because 5 into 2 it can simply get converted into 10. Now simple product, 2 into 2 4, 2 into 1 2, and 2 into 1 2. Means simply I have done multiplication numerator and denominator by 2 2. As it divisible come as a 10, you can have simple addition of a digit, means 2 2 2 4 divided by 10 or 224 divided by 10. You can simply write the value of QP and that become 22.4, and we don't know units, so I am writing it as units. And in this way, with a simple calculation, we can complete the part. Now student, here also you can do a division by 5 and complete the task. But whenever there is a divisible by 5 or divisible by 2, easily convert it into 10, and simplification just by adding a digital value or decimal part over there. And in this way you can complete the part. Now moving to the next numerical, and the part is question number 7. In figure, if AB is parallel to CD parallel to EF or FE, then find X and AE. Now we are trying to understand same question from diagram point of view. They have given AB parallel to CD parallel to EF, and in terms of a data they have given AC as a 12, BD as a 8, DF as a 4, CE as a X. Then their question is find the value of X and find the value of AE. Means first of all our target is to find the value of this X, and then AE means 12 plus this value. Now here simply they have given AB parallel to CD parallel to EF, means it is a simple part of 3 parallel line and its application. So using that property over here, and the part is as AB parallel to CD parallel to EF, they have given, so I am going to write reason as a given. Therefore by property of three parallel lines, now once again try to understand, if these three lines are parallel over here intersected by two transversal over here, then the ratio of first intersect means BD upon DF is exactly equal to second intervals in terms of intersection, that is AC upon CE. So I am writing AC upon CE is equal to BD upon DF. So writing that part over here, and the part is AC upon CE, AC upon CE is equal to BD upon DF. Putting that value over here, value of AC they have given 12, value of CE that is X is equal to value of BD that is 8 and value of DF that is 4. Now no doubt our target is to find the value of X over here. So X into 8, so here it become X into 8 is equal to 12 into 4. So 12 into 4, simplification, X is equal to 12 upon 4 divided by 8. Simply we will have 12 into 4, 48 divided by 8 and 8 into 6, 48. So value of X, and that is nothing but CE, is equal to 6 unit. Now we are able to get the value of X, that is CE, is equal to 6 unit. Addition to this question, they have also asked find the value of AE. So it's secondary part that I am going to solve it over here, and the part is therefore AE is equal to AC plus CE. So AC that is 12 and CE we recently calculated as 6, and 12 plus 6 that become 18 units, and that is AE. So in this way we have solved our first answer as well as our second answer. Also if you want to give a numbering, then you can have first part over here as a number 1 and second part as number 2 over here, and in this way we can complete the entire numerical. Now moving to the question number 8, and the part is in triangle LMN, ray MT bisect angle LMN. Ray MT bisect angle LMN. If LM equal to 6, MN equal to 10, TN is equal to 8, then find LT. Now try to understand same question from diagram point of view. Student, every time I am going to explain a diagram, the reason behind is that in geometry, entire structure is always based on the geometry and understanding. So whenever you want to understand a numerical, first draw the diagram and then pay attention for the next part. So as per condition in triangle LMN, they have given that MT is an angle bisector of angle LMN. Next, as per their data, LM equal to 6, MN equal to 10, TN is equal to 8, then find LT. Means for a given triangle, MT is angle bisector, means this numerical is simply of angle bisector for a triangle. We know that if MT is an angle bisector, then we have a ratio that is LM upon MN is equal to LT upon TN, and by this calculation we can find LT because the rest of the value that we know. Solving that part over here, and the part is, so part answer first in triangle LMN, here MT is angle bisector, MT is an angle bisector of angle LMN. They have given, so I am writing it as a given. Next over here, therefore by property of angle bisector we can have, therefore by angle bisector property Here Lm upon Mn, Lm upon Mn is equal to Lt upon Tn, Lt upon Tn. Here Lm, that is the value 6, Mn, that is a 10, is equal to Lt upon Tn, this is 8. Now simply this product become 10 into Lt. So here 10 into Lt is equal to 6 into 8. Simply this value becomes 6 into 8, 48. That Lt, and here 10 is divided by, goes over here as divided by, and 48 upon 10 means 4.8, and we don't know units, so we are writing units. And in this way we can simply solve this numerical. Now students, once again, it's a part of simplification and calculation. You must able to understand the property and properly supposed to write the numerical. Now moving to the next question, that is question number 9, and the part is, in triangle ABC, segment BD bisect angle ABC. If AB equal to x, BC is equal to x plus 5, AD is equal to x minus 2, DC is equal to x plus 2, then find the value of x. Now I am going to explain the same numerical from diagram point of view so everyone can understand. Here in triangle ABC, as per their first condition, BD is bisector means they have given these two angles as equal angles. Now here part is, as BD is an angle bisector of ABC, then we can simply apply angle bisector properties. Here they have given AB as x, BC as x plus 5, AD as x minus 2, DC as x plus 2, then find the value of x. Definitely, as BD is angle bisector, we know that AB upon BC is equal to AD upon DC, and with the help of calculation we can find the value of x. Now transferring this part into calculative part, and the part is, so answer first, in triangle ABC, BD is angle bisector, BD is an angle bisector of angle ABC given. Next, therefore, by angle bisector property, we have AB upon BC, is equal to AD upon DC. AB upon BC, that is x upon x plus 5, is equal to AD upon DC, that is x minus 2 upon x plus 2. Now we are going for simplification, so proper bracket over here. Now we are going to start by cross product x into x plus 2. So this value become x into x plus 2 is equal to x plus 5 into x minus 2, x plus 5 into x minus 2. Now simplification, x into x, x square, x into plus 2, that is plus 2x. Here x into x, x square, plus 5x minus 2x, plus 5x minus 2x, 5 into minus 2, minus 10. Now I am going to do two step over here directly. If I am shifting plus x square over here or this plus x square over there, automatically sign changes. Means if this plus x square come to this side, it become minus x square. Simply this x square from this side and x square from this side get cancelled. Here 2x is equal to 5x minus 2x. 5x minus 2x means it becomes simply plus 3x minus 10. Hope so up to this step you are quite clear. Now shifting this 3x over here, this becomes 2x minus 3x is equal to minus 10. 2x minus 3x, so it become minus x is equal to minus 10, or simply we can say that x is equal to 10. And this is our expected answer. And in this way, by simple calculative method, with the help of property of angle bisector property, we can solve and we are able to get the value of x is equal to 10. It may be possible that they may ask you a length of a side, then we have to calculate AB, that is x 10, BC is equal to x plus 5 means 10 plus 5 15, and that depend upon the numerical and the part. Please try to understand it by the entire observation and please make continuous practice of such numericals. Hello student, now we are moving to the next numerical, that is question number 10, and the part is, in figure, x is any point in the interior of a triangle. Point x is joined to the vertices of a triangle. Segment PQ parallel to DE. Segment PQ parallel to DE and segment QR parallel to EF. Then prove that segment PR parallel to segment DF. Segment PR parallel to segment DF. Now we are trying to understand same question from diagram point of view. Now here the part is, in triangle DEF, there is a common vertices x, where x is joined with D, with E and F. There is another interior triangle get formed over here, and the name of this triangle is PQR. They have given us PQ parallel to DE, PQ parallel to DE. Next, QR parallel to EF, QR parallel to EF. They have given, and then we have to prove that PR parallel to PF. We have to prove that PR parallel to DF. Now student, please pay attention. When you go to solve such a kind of a numerical, remember DXE is total separate triangle. XEF is total separate triangle, and DXF is also separate triangle. Now this numerical they have given in the form of fill in the blanks, but I am going to solve it actually, so please pay attention. First of all, I am going to separate these all three triangle in front of you so that you can easily understand the part. Now from this diagram, I have drawn this additional diagram for your proper understanding. Now what exactly the conclusion we are getting from this breakup of part? Remember, whenever you are getting some kind of a complicated diagram, try to convert that diagram in simplest form so that you can easily understand the part. Here they have given first part, PQ parallel to DE. Naturally, a side is parallel to one side and divide other two sides into distinct point, then it divides in same ratio. Means we can write XP upon PD. XP upon PD is equal to x cube upon QE by basic proportionality theorem. Now second, they have given QR parallel to EF. QR parallel to EF. Automatically you can write x cube upon QE is equal to XR upon RF, again by BPT. Now here x cube upon QR is same for first as well as second part. Naturally we can conclude from this XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. We will get this diagram. XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. Naturally we can say that PR is parallel to DF, converse of BPT. And in this way, number 1, then number 2 and number 3. This part I am going to write it over here, so please pay attention. They have given it in the form of fill in the blanks, but I am going to write in the form of solution method. So please pay attention. Before completing, draw this diagram and then pay attention for the answer. Now, as per discuss, I am going to write about XDE for this triangle, number 1 group, XEF second as a part of a triangle, and third, from 1 and 2 I will reach to a conclusion of XDF as a third triangle. So please pay attention. Here one by one, I am going to write the answer in the form of number, statement, reason, because they have given a condition, prove that. So I am going to write the structure of proof over here. So first part, in triangle XDE, in triangle XDE, PQ parallel to seg DE given. They have given it, so I am going to write it as a given. Therefore, we can write one part, and that is xp upon pd. xp upon pd is equal to xq upon qe. xq upon qe. I'm going to give it as equation number 1, and the reason is by basic proportionality theorem. You can write total as a basic proportionality theorem or short form BPT. Now second part over here. Now I'm taking second triangle as a triangle XEF. In triangle XEF, here QR parallel to seg EF. They have given, so I'm going to write it as a given. Naturally, in triangle XEP, XEF, QR parallel to EF, we can say that XQ upon QE. Student, first draw that diagram and then observe this part. XQ upon QE. XQ upon QE is equal to XR upon RF. XR upon RF, giving it as equation number 2, and the reason part become by basic proportionality theorem. Another part is, if you observe the part very carefully from equation 1 and 2, there one part is over here remain same. What is exactly? XQ upon QE and XQ upon QE. This XQ upon QE and XQ upon QE is same. If these two are same from equation 1 and 2, naturally these two become equal with each other. We are going to start the third part. This is a conclusion from equation 1 and 2. So I am writing from equation 1 and 2. Here xp upon pd is equal to xq upon qe, and here xq upon qe is equal to xr upon rf. So I am writing xp upon pd. Therefore, xp upon pd is equal to xr upon rf. xr upon rf. So we are able to get the part xp upon pd is equal to xr upon rf from 1 and 2. Either you can write the part over here, or also you can write in the reason from equation 1 and 2. ये आपको यहाँ लिखना है या रीजन में लिखना है, ये पार्ट आप पे डिपेंड करता है, तो आप आराम से इसे लिख सकते हो. नाउ यू आर एबल टू गेट xp upon pd is equal to xr upon rf. Please try to understand the third diagram. Here we are able to get the part xp upon pd. xp upon pd is equal to xr upon rf, or xp upon pd is equal to xr upon rf. xp upon pd is equal to xr upon rf. Naturally we can say that pr is parallel to df, converse of basic proportionality theorem. Writing that part over here. Therefore, set pr parallel to seg df, and reason converse of basic proportionality theorem. And in this way, very systematically manner, you can complete the part. In your book, they have given some part as a box or empty part box over there. You observe this part entirely very carefully, and you can write our complete fill in the blanks part. Now moving to question number 11, and the part is, in triangle ABC, ray BD bisect angle ABC and ray CE bisect angle ACB. If segment AB is congruent to AC, if segment AB congruent to segment AC, then prove that ED is parallel to BC. Now student, this question is nothing but a star mark as per their condition. They have given it as a star mark, and definitely we can say that it is somehow tricky or important as per their condition over here. So considering that part over here, first of all यहाँ पे जो theory question दिया है उसकी मैं आपके सामने डायग्राम बनाने जा रहा हूँ, समझ लीजिए. Once again, in triangle ABC, ray BD bisect ABC or angle ABC and ray CE bisect angle ACB. If segment AB is congruent to AC, then prove that. First of all, they have given a triangle ABC. So I am going to write a first triangle part. And again we have to take a precaution in which two sides must be equal or congruent because they have given that part in a condition. So here I have drawn one triangle. Name of this triangle is triangle ABC, and here ray BD bisect angle ABC. Angle ABC, this is bisected by BD. Means I am going to draw angle bisection over here. Now student, please pay attention. It is something important for us. So here BD is going to get bisected over here. So due to this ray, this angle is divided in two equal parts, and this is BD. Means due to BD, this angle ABC is get bisected. In a similar manner, CE bisect angle ACB. Angle ACB is also get bisected by CE. So again, this part is get bisected over here. Means again, this angle equal to this angle, and the name or nomenclature is CE. Here they have given a part. If segment AB equal to AC, they have given AB equal to AC, then prove that ED parallel to BC. If AB equal to AC, then we have to prove that ED means this side that I am going to draw over here by dotted line. We have to prove that this ED is parallel to BC. Again, this is numerical is related with angle bisector, but again in this diagram there are two angles which is given as a bisected. One is a bisection of angle B and second is a bisection of angle C. Again this part I am going to draw two triangle in front of you, going to give you explanation, then I am going to write it. First, when I am going to draw breakup of this diagram, again you have to draw a diagram with me, and then you will understand the writing part. So please pay attention. Now breakup of this triangle ABC in terms of one angle bisector is a BD, second angle bisector CE. Just for proper clarification, मैंने यहाँ ये दोनों डायग्राम सेपरेट किए हैं. मतलब क्या है ज़रा ध्यान दीजिए. इन ट्रायंगल ए बी सी BD is angle bisector. So in triangle ABC, BD is an angle bisector. If BD is an angle bisector, then we have property AB upon BC. AB upon BC is equal to AD upon DC. We can write as a property of angle bisector. इसी की तरह दूसरा और एक ट्रायंगल दे रखा है, that is a triangle ACB. So I am writing that part, triangle ACB. Again in this case, C is an angle bisector. Here C is an angle bisector. Again by angle bisector property we can write AC upon BC, AC upon BC is equal to AE upon EB. यहाँ से आएगा हमें कंक्लूजन नंबर 2. बट दोनों केस में लेफ्ट साइड में BC बेस में है और न्यूमरेटर में एक जगह है AB और एक जगह है AC, एंड दे आर ऑल्सो गिवन दैट AB इक्वल टू AC. Naturally LHS of this content and LHS of this content will equal. Automatically we can compare RHS और हमें एक कंक्लूजन मिलेगा AD upon DC is equal to AE upon EB. We'll get a conclusion AD upon DC is equal to AE upon EB. Automatically we can say that naturally ED parallel to BC, converse of basic proportionality theorem. And in this way I am going to write the part. Once again student, from main diagram draw these two sub diagram and then pay attention for the writing part, which I am going to do it over here. Now explaining this angle bisector in terms of group 1 or part 1, this angle bisector 2, conclusion from 1 and 2 in 3, and completion a task. So please be ready with this diagram and pay attention over here. So we are going to write the answer in the form of numbers, statement and results. And the part is in triangle ABC. First, in triangle ABC, BD is angle bisector. BD is an angle bisector of angle ABC दिया गया है इसलिए गिवन. Therefore, by angle bisector property we can write AB upon BC, AB upon BC is equal to AD upon DC, AD upon DC. I'm going to call it as equation number 1, and reason by angle bisector property, by angle bisector. Now second part for a second triangle. So the second part is in triangle ACB, in triangle ACB, ray CE or CE is an angle bisector of angle ACB दिया गया इसलिए गिवन. Therefore, AC upon BC, AC upon BC is equal to AE upon EB, AE upon EB, giving it as equation number 2, and the reason is by angle bisector. Now the part is third part. Now remember one pattern which is get developed over here. क्या है part? Here for first part base BC and here base BC. In both the case BC base BC is same of LHS, और इसका जो RHS है न्यूमरेटर में है AB और यहाँ के न्यूमरेटर में है AC, AB and AC. But in a given they have given AB is equal to AC. Now AB equal to AC means numerator of this part is equal to numerator of this part, and already we know that BC and BC is same. यानी LHS this AB upon BC is automatically equal to AC upon BC. If LHS is equal, RHS equal, and we will get to the conclusion. किस तरह लिखना है ज़रा ध्यान दो स्टूडेंट, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. यहाँ पे है also they have given AB equal to AC or segment AB is congruent to segment AC दिया गया है इसलिए गिवन. चाहो तो इसे मैं इक्वेशन 3 लिख देता हूँ, although it is a given. From 1, 2 and 3, from 1, 2 and 3 we'll get AB upon BC is equal to AC upon BC. So I'm writing AB upon BC is equal to AC upon BC, AC upon BC from 1, 2 and 3. So reason from 1, 2 and 3. स्टूडेंट एक बार ध्यान दो, अगेन BC इक्वल टू BC, BC इक्वल टू BC एंड उन्होंने खुद दिया है AB इक्वल टू AC. ऑटोमेटिकली LHS ऑफ इक्वेशन 1 बिकम LHS ऑफ इक्वेशन 2. नेचुरली वी आर गोइंग टू कंपेयर RHS. अगर LHS इक्वल हो रहा है, LHS इक्वल हो रहा है तो हम RHS कंपेयर कर रहे. देयरफॉर AD अपॉन DC, देयरफॉर AD अपॉन DC is equal to AE upon EB, AE upon EB. Here AD upon DC is equal to AE upon EB. क्या मतलब है इसका ज़रा मेन डायग्राम में एक बार फिर से देखो. एंड द पार्ट इज यू आर एबल टू गेट AD upon DC, AD upon DC is equal to AE upon EB. Means in this triangle AD upon DC is equal to AE upon EB. Naturally you can say that ED is parallel to base BC and it become converse of BPT. So I am going to write the part. Therefore here ED parallel to base BC and reason become converse of BPT, converse of basic proportionality theorem. Now student, please pay attention. When you're going to solve such a kind of a numerical, writing representation is most important. कुछ स्टूडेंट इसे रट्टा मारने यानी बाय हार्ट करने के चक्कर में जाते हैं. इट इज़ वेरी इजी, यू कैन रिमेंबर द ब्रेकअप ऑफ अ डायग्राम एंड हाउ टू राइट. एक साथ पूरी डायग्राम देखोगे तो कॉम्प्लिकेशंस लगते हैं, लेकिन उसी डायग्राम के अगर ब्रेकअप आप बना लेते हो तो आसानी से आप आंसर याद रख सकते हो या लिखने का टाइप याद रख सकते हो. Means instead of making by heart or by brain, you can easily understand or remember that numerical by diagram method only. So split the main diagram into sub-content diagram. डायग्राम को स्प्लिट अप कर लीजिए और परफेक्टली स्टेप बाय स्टेप आंसर लिखिए. यू विल रीच टू द फाइनल पार्ट एंड दिस इज योर फाइनल आंसर. And in this way you can complete the numerical.